This is okay, girl. Y'all ready? Let's get it together. This is our time. Yes! All right now. Yes!
The love and lift show, the truth, the real, the sort of how you feel.
All right.
The love and lift show, the truth, the real, the sort of how you
Okay. Come to me for advice about your family and friends, to your husband and your wife. I can tell you about mine and what's been applied. So stay tuned and buckle in for the ride. My past experience are for your ears to hear. I'll tell you tales from my past year. May do a review on some beauty products. You can catch me on the stream when the grease is popping.
The love and lift show, the truth, the real, the sort of how you feel.
Okay.
The love and lift show, the truth, the real, the sort of how
Here
you
we
feel.
go. When the road is bumpy and everything is shaky, gotta live and love and show it on the daily. You do your thing and I'll do mine. No judgment here, there's only love on my mind. It's not always right, some things are not easy. We can toss and turn until we make it easy. Keep a smile on your face and encourage one another. We only live one life, so we gotta love each other.
The love and lift show, the truth, the real, the sort of how you feel.
Oh yeah.
The love and lift show, the truth, the real, the sort of how you feel.
The lesson we learn won't stop or block us. We're all on the path, so let's get to walking. Live and love each day as your last. It's funny how time can flash. This is your life, so you better live it. If you really want something, work hard to get it. Join me on my journey and watch the show. We'll do it one more time, but by now you should know.
The love and lift show, the truth, the real, the sort of how you feel.
Yeah.
The love and lift show, the truth, the real, the sort of how you feel.
Okay.
The love and lift show, the truth, the real, the sort of how you feel.
That's right, girl.
The love and lift show, the truth, the real, the sort of how you feel.
We out.
Yo, L&L. L&L. Woo, woo, woo. Love and Lil Show. It's hot, 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 taste it hot. I'm ready. Love and Lil. Let's go. Love and Lil Show. Motivation speakers. Positive affirmation. Tune in every week. We need a Monday family meeting. Eli always cheating. Relationship advice on Wednesday so you don't go creeping. Thursday game time. Come in and unwind. Friday night shout out time. Creators grind and shine. Pop up at the pop up. Shop up at the shop up. Get your bomb.com seasons for your potluck. Tropical morning for your royalty. Love and live empire bringing all the heat. You wanna taste that heat? Try to taste the heat. Hot sauce, that sweet heat is banging like this beat. Chocolate burning, love, mild watermelon. Dynamite's the truth. Have you
Bigger nephew, Lenora. She know it's the truth.
Chris? Everybody love Chris. Love it, listen.
It's the love and live show. It's the love and live show.
Love and live.
It's the love and live
We be laughing, having fun.
Get up and stay. Love and live. Get up and stay. Love and live.
Love and live each day as if it was your last.
The love and live show.
Routine.
The love and live show.
Yep.
Visit Love and Live Shots.com.
Maybe that would work out.
Welcome
Okay.
in, everybody. How's everybody doing today? It's the Love
Yes.
and Live Show.
Yes.
All right, it's the Love and Live Show. We're live.
We're
It's
live.
relationship advice.
Are we?
Yeah, every Tuesday here on the Love and Live Show, we do relationship
One
advice.
is Wednesday.
Oh, I mean Wednesday. All right, every Wednesday. Correction, every Wednesday here on the Love and Live Show.
Yes.
We do relationship advice. You guys can drop your relationship-related questions into the chat. We'll get to them. We'll talk about them. We'll discuss them. You know, it's just a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
I would say it's a beautiful day for neighbor. Do you have anything you want to say before we get started?
No, I just wanted to tell Francois, I usually want to follow to give me a thing to push the button, and I haven't seen the button, but I can follow you later if you don't know how to do the button thing. Because I'm just not learning.
All right. There you go. So, yeah. So,
hey, Joe, welcome in. Nice. Do you right? Sammy. Yes, it's relationship advice.
Relationship advice.
And we are so excited with relationship advice. We are ready to get ready to rumble. We got some good questions today, right?
Maybe.
Okay, maybe we got some good questions. We don't know. We might have some good
questions. We'll see where this goes today.
Yes.
But
how do you keep getting out of that thing? How do you do that?
I don't know. But so yeah, with that being said, it's relationship advice.
How you guys?
Yeah, so you got anything you want to say? Welcome in Juan Brown. Welcome in May. May Ling, thank you for sitting in the heart.
Yes, thank you.
All right, so
Big Daddy.
So Big Mama, welcome in. Big Mama L204. How you doing?
Hey.
All right, so yeah, you got anything you want to say?
No.
Nothing you want to announce? Nothing you want to talk about or anything like that?
No.
Well, we got to welcome somebody in.
Okay.
We're going to go ahead and welcome in
Sweetheart.
We got Sweetheart. She said, how are you doing today? Tomorrow she got to go to the dentist in the morning.
Okay. Don't like the dentist.
We also got to welcome in Hip Hop. Hip Hop is saying, how are you doing today, nephew and queen?
Hey.
Hip Hop also says, hi to Chris.
Hey, Chris.
All right.
Welcome in, Johnny,
Hip-hop
King
says,
Money,
nice
Ronald. Thank you, Rico, K3, Kendall,
Pierre,
Big Jim,
Screenshot, David
Williams, Kendall, Mike Cheese, Harry, Alpha, Kenny.
You need to stop reading everything.
Okay.
You're acting up.
Okay. hey, thank you for noticing this yellow shirt. Hey, Kendall, thank you for the hearts. Hey, you laughing? Thank you, because I don't know. Okay, so we doing relationship advice. We are really stepping into this intro of our relationship advice. I like relationship advice. It gives us some information.
Yeah.
On something, right? Okay, we got Jerry Howe. God has been Kendall.
No, don't just leave it alone.
What am I just reading the names? What are you talking about?
No, I'm talking about the comment.
Okay.
All right, how do y'all welcome in?
Spicy, Hobby, Mutt, Willie, Cool, Howdy, Steve, CEO. My nickname the weekend.
The hip hop is just Sweetheart's nickname.
The weekend. Oh, okay, I got you.
Sweetheart, no, screenshots. Can we ask anything relationship related for relationship advice?
Yeah, relationship.
But we're gonna get into the first question. So the first question here, screenshot said, how far apart are y'all in age?
A lot.
Considering that, I'm
about
her favorite
30,
nephew.
30 years. There you go.
Yeah. Mike, thank you for sitting in the heart and welcome in.
My favorite nephew.
Anyway,
stop lying to these people over here.
Anyway, L. Tillin, welcome in. Big Baby, welcome in. Wayne, Juice, how you doing? So, yeah, the first question that we have here for relationship advice is just a question.
Just show me something. That screen looks like it needs to be clean.
Oh, I don't think so. I think it might be fun.
Yeah,
there you go.
Better.
So, but yeah, this first question is pertaining to a mother.
Hey, how you guys doing? A mother?
Yeah.
What's her name? Starby?
Either nephew or the lover. Definitely the nephew, the favorite nephew.
No lover in there.
Mike, thank you for sending in 100 hearts.
Thank you.
The first one right here is, my mother is done with our relationship. Okay. So this is a mother and a daughter.
Hi, Nick.
And this is a daughter that was very close to her mother.
Yeah.
They would talk all the time. They would have conversations all the time. And so,
I don't know how you keep moving.
okay, we're gonna get to you, screenshot. So actually, let's just get to screenshot before we get into this one. So, what should I do with my child's father who won't do anything for her unless I give him attention? So pretty much, you got the baby daddy over here. He don't want nothing really to do with the child unless he can get to the mother.
And I say just let it go. My thing is, the only thing I have a problem with is if a woman is stopping the man from seeing the child. But if the man doesn't want to be bothered with the child, don't force the child on that man. Let that child, just all you can do is say you want to speak to your daddy, and you can have the child talk to the daddy. And if he be making up excuses, that'll be on him, and that'll be the relationship that he builds with that your child.
Yeah.
But you are not supposed to be like, I got to pay some attention to you for
Exactly,
you to
like
be
you on
around
ransom
our
or
child.
something, like you
Yeah,
getting blackmailed
yeah,
into
we're not doing
having
that.
a
Don't do
relationship
that.
with your child.
Don't do that at
It
all.
makes it very transactional.
Yes, because he's not even trying to see the baby. He's just trying to see you.
Screenshot say he don't want to be bothered unless she want to be with him.
Well, then just leave him alone. And then be like, whenever you want to spend time with your child, call me. But that's about it. Don't do that. You don't need to sell yourself short. You don't need to do extra work for that. That'll be the relationship he builds with his child. I don't got nothing to do with you. Like I said, you can have the child call, and then if he make up a whole bunch of lies and do all that stuff, then that's on him. He could be like, I'm gonna come see you, and yeah, that's on him. And then he could be like, well, your mom won't bring you, and you be like, yeah, well, where you want me to drop mom at? And cut that lie short, But no, you don't need to spend no time with him.
Mike, thank you for sending 100 more hearts.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate you. We also got to welcome somebody, and we got to open up a file. We've got
the Bud Files.
Welcome in, Bud Files. How you doing today?
But yeah, screenshot. I do not keep messing around with him just so he can spend time with his child. He don't want to spend time with the blessing that he helped create, then he don't need to spend time with the blessing, but he gonna miss out on that blessing. And that's on him. That ain't got nothing to do with you. Because I know, like, sometimes as women, we want to feel guilty about it. Don't feel guilty. You did your part. Like, you making it, you want to spend time with your child, you can spend time with your child. If you don't, you don't. That ain't got nothing to do with me. And he is not going to blackmail you or make you feel like a horrible parent for it. Don't do it. And the only reason I have such a strong passion about it, because I know people that have done that. And I'll be like, no, don't do that. Don't follow to that.
I think the hardest part with something like that is, of course, you do want to try to keep the father in. But if the father is having you do, go through all these hoops just to have a relationship with the child, then it's really neglecting the child at the end of the day. You don't want your parent to only go to where only come around when it's transactional like that. You want it regardless. You want it just because it's your role. You don't want to have to have one of your parents go through all these hoops, and you're
not keeping the child from him. He's keeping the child from him. I don't want you to think like you're keeping the child from him. He's keeping the child from him.
Yeah, Mix have been through all that and more.
Exactly. You don't know. Don't do that. I hope that helped you, because I'm an advocate of no. If he wants to spend time with his child, he'll spend time with his child. That ain't got nothing to do with you. You know what I mean?
Seymour saying, what does he do for a living?
With who?
I don't know. I don't know. Guy. We have no clue.
Yeah. I don't even think it has anything to do with what he does for a living. I think it's just, he just wants to have that connection with her. And that's how he keep using that to do that. I paid 2 child supports. Yeah, child support ain't no joke. And back in the day, if you took care of your child and paid for like diapers, clothes, school stuff, and all that, they used to be taken off of your child support. But nowadays,
Oh, Seymour said, I'm asking questions to the male host. Okay, all right.
Oh, he owns his own business. A tea business. He makes tea. You can buy his tea on the loveandliveshop.com. And he makes amazing tea.
That said, never missed anything.
That's good. That's good. And that's what I'm saying. I just don't like women holding the kids hostage from the daddy. Let the children make their own choices about their dad. do that. That's why I really love my mom, because even though my dad didn't do a lot of stuff, he didn't pay child support. Didn't my biological dad didn't do any of that. She never like withheld me from him. If I didn't want to see him, it was on because of me in his relationship. It had nothing to do with my mom, so I never had to look at her to have that negative impact at it
T
all.
Main, welcome in. K2, how you doing?
And so no matter what, like if he was a jerk, I saw the jerkness. It wasn't. It never came out of my mom's mouth. My mom never said anything negative about my dad when I was growing up.
All right. Mick said there's the ones who get in the middle of everything.
Yeah.
Seymour said, what is the age difference between you guys? Seymour, I'm her favorite nephew. We have a
He's not my favorite nephew. He's just a nephew, Seymour. And Seymour, he's my nephew. I'm his auntie. We're not together. We're not in a relationship. He has a girlfriend. I have a husband. So, ta-da! He is not my husband. I am not his girlfriend. I am his auntie.
Thank you for joining.
Auntie only. Auntie.
Man, thank you for sending 500 hearts.
And he is not the favorite nephew.
Yeah, Seymour, yeah. Seymour, I'm just the favorite nephew.
You're not the
really
favorite
ain't
nephew.
That serious, you know.
No, he's not the favorite.
Age gap question,
He
you know,
will lie
that's
to
just
you,
something else
and that is
going on.
not what we do over here.
They said very welcome. Yeah, thank you so much with that. But yeah, in a situation like that, I think it's just only fair for the kid that you kind of just, you know, let things play out.
Yeah.
Don't play into that.
Yeah.
But you know, if he wants to pick up the role and do it, then you know, allow that. But don't play into it where it's a negotiable thing. Oh, can you come over? You know, come over or something like that. Or yeah, we should go on a date, and then I'll come over and bring, you know, take so and so, little what's his name? You know, it's like
Little Junior.
you know, we can't. It shouldn't
and he
be
probably
like
still
that.
ain't doing that with Little Junior
So,
or whatever the baby's name. He probably still ain't. He probably just up in your face and still ain't spending time with the child. The child only gets to see him because he there looking for you. So no.
Alicia, Gemini Chick, TT, Muhammad, and Issa, welcome in. Welcome in.
Okay, so now, Luis, welcome in. So now to your question.
So this question right here is, my mother is done
Hold
with
on.
our...
And if we didn't answer all your questions, please.
Yeah, if you guys have any relationship related
more
questions,
stuff
get
for
to
us.
them.
Yeah.
We also going to go ahead and welcome in
Deborah Garrett.
How you doing, Deborah? We appreciate you for being here. And we
Okay.
got Bird joined and gifted you a heart before.
Oh,
well, thank you. Thank you.
And pretty brown eyes.
Yeah,
Okay, go ahead.
So the next one. So my mother is done with our relationship. So pretty much they have like a strong kind of mother-daughter bond.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, as the daughter here is actually a lawyer. So you know, her work schedule was getting more busy. You know, so she was spending less time with her mother. Of course, she was growing up, and then of course, natural progression. She is now in a relationship, and she's getting married. It's her fiance. They propose. They getting ready for the wedding and all that. And you know, the mom is just like acting very odd. She sees her acting very off and stuff like that. And so pretty much it all builds up to the moment where the mom is saying, you know, she's done with her. She's been feeling so neglected in their relationship ever since she started working. Then after she started working, ever since that she got with her fiance, she feel disrespected that the fiance was talking to her about the wedding. And, you know, just all this weird stuff that, you know, you wouldn't think about if you just living your life. Like, you know, you're growing up, you're getting a job. Of course, I'm not going to have as much time. Then you fall in love, you're not going to have as much time. It's all building up to the point where she hit her with, I am pretty much done with you right now. And the daughter is trying to figure out how she should maneuver. Should she, you know, give this some attention? Should she, you know, like, is it worth giving the attention? Because it's, you know, she don't want to feel a toxic relationship. She just want to know what to do in this situation. What would you do?
Okay, so for me, I'm not one of those people that are stuck into the whole mind of this is family, this is this and this. I'm very strong with the family I have, and I'm very connected with the family I have. I feel like I should just throw those things in there before I actually give my opinion and my advice. Because I don't want to, the reason I say I'm not all into it like that, because I'm not going to let anybody mess with my inner peace. You know what I mean? So, and I can't help anybody who has abnormal connection where I can't live my life and be free to be me.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best way I could say it. So to that is say, okay, mom, peace, love you. When you're ready to come back and talk to me, I'm here. And leave it alone. I think sometimes we do too much trying to give them more attention, and when you
Appease and
feed,
please them.
yeah, and when you feed into all that and keep giving more attention, it never subdues. It never goes down. So if you, and I'm not saying that if you don't, that is gonna bring it up either.
Yeah.
But at least you're not having to cater and figure out every situation. Because pretty soon what you're gonna do is your fiance gonna leave you alone. Nobody's gonna be bothered with you because your mother has this thing on you in this hole. Ain't nobody has time to do what to deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't believe you have time to deal with that. I don't think you have time to have to stay connected with
everybody,
everybody, and all that.
Husband and your,
and they got to deal with because your mom's not getting enough attention, and you lost your mind. You mother this man. Okay, no, I did not mother this man. He's my nephew. But my thing is, sometimes mother gets in the way, and something's crazy with her because she got mad when you got a job and you wasn't able to spend enough time with her with the job. So my thing is, do what you can, the best you can, and sometimes that is wiping your hands and saying, "I let it go. I'm gonna leave it alone. This is not my cup of tea. I can't do this with you. Mama, I love you, but you're going to have to find yourself because you're putting a lot of that in me that I can't handle."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very adamant about that because, like, I'm really close to my mother. Like, me and my mother are best friends and close, but she doesn't take me outside of my home. She doesn't stop me from raising my kids, doing my business, being with my husband or anything like that. She doesn't do any of that. So my thing is, if my mom was that type of woman, I would just have to let her go.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
there's no way I could do it.
To a point where the mother, she also makes comments, be like, because she don't have her parents anymore. But she said, when my parents were around, I would be visiting way more than you. Kind of like gaslighting the situation.
Yeah.
So you're getting this from all different directions. And Leatherface, thank you for coming in and sending in the heart. Leatherface says facts. So, you're getting it from multiple directions with this. It's kind of like makes it hard to breathe, in a situation like that. You already got work life,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not like being, this woman is a lawyer. So she's in a pressured, work environment. And then on top of that, you got a fiance, and now your mom want to start acting up, hitting you with the "I don't want to be in no relationship with you anymore." Like, that's even an option.
Exactly.
So
exactly, and that's the thing about it is, you guys, even though people are family, close friends, somebody you grew up with, you can't let them take you out of the peace that you have within yourself, stopping you from doing things that you need to be doing for yourself and going to the next level. I think you guys need to really work on that, but it's all right to let people go. And I'm sorry to say that if mothers or fathers are getting in your way, you gotta let them go. They gotta figure out that you are now becoming a grown woman, a grown man, and you have to be able to learn these things on your own. And letting go is hard. It's never been easy. Ask a lot of people that need to break up and ain't broke up with their significant other, because it's hard to let go. And it's harder to let go to your mama. Sometimes it's harder to let go to a boyfriend or a girlfriend than it is your mama. But I'm just saying, by being wise and, directing paths, you got to work really hard. And if the parent want to let go because you living your life, let them go. I mean, my kids don't make the best decisions, but I'm in there to let them make their own decisions. They got to make it so they can learn from it. Me jumping in and trying to save them every second don't help.
Yeah,
it
don't help their future, because when you're not around, what they supposed to do?
Exactly. And so I'm very, and my family tell you, I'm very hard on everybody. It don't matter. My kids, my nephew, my daughter, my cousin, my niece. I don't care. I'm hard on you because I want the best for you. Because if I'm not gonna be around, who's gonna be there to make sure you're doing it? So you need to learn it within yourself.
All right, Leatherface says that's facts. We're gonna go ahead and welcome somebody in. We got GJ34. GJ3, what's going on?
How you doing?
All right. GJ3 said, well, you may not be his mother, but you sure is an influence in him. Wouldn't he say? Also, to a degree, at least, Queen.
Yes, I try to put an influence on him. Yes, it's a fight sometimes, and let me tell you, he keeps thinking he's a favorite nephew and everything.
I keep knowing that, but anyway, we're gonna go ahead and welcome somebody in, Mr. Blue Carpet himself. We got Prince Daniel. How you doing, Prince Daniel? Say hey, Lion Queen. How are you guys doing? We're good over here.
Yeah.
Prince Daniel, if you got any relationship related questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. We're gonna get to them. GJ34 also says, welcome to everyone coming in on YouTube and over there.
Exactly. And welcome in Leatherface and Freckles
54.
and Alonzo. Welcome in. Yeah. And thank you for sharing the live out, Leatherface. I appreciate it. But yeah, so what's your opinion?
Oh, yeah, just in a situation like that, I mean, you really, as you mature more, you have to kind of like get to a certain stage where you don't need all that. You know what you need, you know what you don't need. Now your mother didn't say she's done with you. Now I wouldn't take that to heart. I wouldn't take that seriously because it seemed like from what she's already doing and from before, she definitely really ain't done with you. So keep focusing on yourself and your future with your fiance that's going to be your husband. So, just keep working in that and things will definitely come around. And if you want to open up the conversation and do that later, then do that. But, it seems like at this moment, there's a lot on the table, a lot on the plate. Focus on getting those done, get that marriage done, get everything secure. And when you find, some quiet times in life, you can tackle that conversation, get back into it.
Exactly.
Kentucky Red Big Active and your favorite girl, welcome in. Welcome in.
Yes.
So yeah, definitely. I just, I feel like that is a lot to handle, a lot to deal with. And if everyone loves their mother, everyone loves their parents in general. That's your mother, your father, or whoever was your guardian, your parental figure, but it's also to a fact that you have to live your life. They live theirs. You have to be able to live your life. You have to be able to experience things, make your own mistakes, so on and so forth. And, it doesn't matter really who it is, any relationship that's so intoxicating to the fact that, you feel like you can't even do certain things or you need to limit yourself, bring yourself down, not be at the stage that you need to be, kind of take a step back. If you can't work in that at all, then you need to really just kind of leave it be, pick it up at a later time.
Exactly.
Carol Reed, welcome in. And that's your mother. She's gonna be there for as long as she live on the earth. So
and some mothers aren't gonna be there. I mean, I don't want to give you that false hope either. Some parents aren't going to be there because they're going to be in their feelings or hurt.
Or too selfish.
But then I think later on they realize, okay, for me to be connected with my child, I'm going to have to change my behavior. But really, it's the test on you. Can you handle not being around your mother that long? Can you handle not being connected to her all the time and stuff like that? That's where that angle is. And then, and my thing is, what I tell people the most is, when you're doing something like that, you let them know that this is on you. Like, you're making this decision. It don't have nothing to do with me. I'm living my life and you can't control me living my life. I'm not a child anymore. So you don't have a right to control this situation anymore. And until you change, there's nothing that could be different in our relationship. And let it be known that that's what it is until you change. Because it ain't on me. I didn't say, until you get better, we ain't gonna be talking. That's what you said. So understand that while you going around, because parents go around and be like, she only want to be around me and not telling nobody that you gave an ultimatum. So you let her know, you did this. It has nothing to do with me. You did this.
All right. We got Prince Daniel coming through with a wonderful question right here.
Okay.
Prince Daniel was saying, I have a question. Why is it so hard staying with people why is it so hard with staying with people, just in general? You know,
Well,
I
yeah,
see
staying with the person you're with.
yeah,
I see a lot of people breaking up all the time. Why is it hard being with that one person?
yeah. Why is it hard with being one person?
Because usually there's a lot of different things, Prince Daniel. It really is. A lot of times,
Sabria, welcome in.
a lot of times, what it is the connection is not there anymore. And how we lose connection is that we're not intimate with each other. And intimacy is so important in a relationship. And I tell people this all the time: intimacy is not sex. It does make it better, but it's not sex. It's that connection. It's that touch you guys do. It's that conversation, even over petty stuff. And a lot of times we started off by the petty conversations, like, oh, at work, such and such and such and happened at work, and you don't want to hear, like, I don't
Yeah.
care about these people at work. But that's where it starts breaking off, because you don't want to hear about stuff that's at work, and that's a part of that person's day. So listening to that person and what a part of that person's day is very important. Listening to things that they like that you might not be enjoying. I don't watch football, basketball. I'm not into it. But when my husband talks to me, I'm very into it. And matter of fact, I purposely picked the opposite team just so it makes me want to be more supportive in having a communication with that person. So those things are very, very important. Another thing is downing somebody. I don't care how bad a person is at that moment or going through. You never know, somebody's going to depression, because they might not even know that they're going through depression. But when you down them and not uplift them, encourage your partner constantly, regardless if you agree. Just encourage them, like, you're doing great today. You got off the couch and moved to the chair. I mean, that's amazing. How did you do that? Like, it seems sarcastic and stupid, but it might actually get them to move from the couch to put some clothes on, to go and getting a job, to doing something, cooking. You never know what your encouragement is. But we are so easy to be negative to our partners that we miss out on helping them to the next level. And we're supposed to uplift each other. So if I was miserable, if I wasn't doing good, I would want my partner to uplift me and encourage me and tell me how great I'm doing. I wouldn't want him to tell me, you're just doing nothing, you're lazy, you're this and that. Because that's not you. And for some reason, we think that helps somebody. It ain't helping nobody. And my thing is, you don't tell nobody off the street that. If somebody off the street was coming to you and all, you're not saying because you're lazy and you're this, you need to motivate yourself, get some exercise and do this, take a cold shower. You give them some kind of encouragement. But when it's your partner, you don't give them encouragement. So I think that's why relationships don't stay where it needs to be, and that's why people break up, because it's too much negativity, and they already put negativity on themselves.
Yeah.
And then you're adding it. It's just overwhelming and it's carrying. So they can't let go of themselves, so they let go of the relationship. And then, for example, some people are just cheaters.
And yeah, Prince Daniel is, saying it's so hard to be with one person. A lot of people, they getting with the wrong person. They putting so much time into the wrong thing. So then, it looks like they are constantly breaking up, but they just ain't found the right person to spend their time with.
Exactly.
They just kind of doing it a different way than everybody else is. But
yes.
they just finding their way. Prince Daniel, the question that you have is so open ended. There's so many different reasons. I feel like Queen Lenora, she gave a lot of good reasons why, especially people who actually are trying in the relationship. They're trying to put effort in the relationship, but they find themselves not working or confused. Why am I continuously in the cycle? So on and so forth. But, a lot of people, they not patient. A lot of people, they don't have patience nowadays. They don't have patience. So instead of, seeing something that's like a really good relationship that they can work through, instead of working through it, a lot of people, they just throw in the towel and say, it's done. If you're not going to be able to do this for me, when this person may have the potential to do it for them, but if they're not seeing at that moment, they're going to go off to the next. Cycle continues, off to the next, off to the next. And then you have this question right here, Prince Daniel. Why is it so hard for you to say with one person? So, there's a lot of ways that it could go, Prince Daniel, but that's a couple reasons.
And that, I mean, my thing is, Eli's right. It is a lot of different reasons. And then some people just don't know how to be in a relationship because it's never been taught. And
Mm-hmm.
communication hasn't been taught. People just think, oh, well, I talk to them. You can talk at somebody and they can't hear you because you're talking at them. But what about talking to them and listening to them and understanding them and acknowledging them? Those are things as part of communication that we miss out on. And so they feel lonely. And then we hear people, you go to your friends and family. I remember my mom told me the same thing. Why are you with the person if you feel alone? If you lonely and you by yourself now, why are you with somebody? Just to say you have somebody?
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is, we got to be more intuitive to one another, listening to each other and understanding each other and
Yeah.
respecting each other. But if we're not doing that, yeah, it's hard to be in a relationship long and it's hard for people to stay with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And especially the person that you're with should be your biggest fan. They should be your biggest encourager. And they don't. And we
And
don't know
you
why.
also have to look at the fact that you guys want to be on the same page. If you can't get on the same page,
Mm-hmm.
you of course are going to be still at this point. This point,
Exactly.
why? Why is it hard to stay with one person?
Exactly.
Because you can't get, can't get on track with the other one, or can't get in track with your partner. And a lot of people, they want to do whatever they want to do, but then when somebody else does something, then it's a problem. And you just create all these different imbalances, and then you just break things off and get in another relationship, get in another one,
And another one.
and
And another
also
one
I
bites
think
the
the
dust.
fact that we kind of glamorize that too. We don't have society. You don't really see too many strong, long lasting relationships. Just think about, a lot of people look up to celebrities, stuff like that. Look at celebrities. You always see, oh, this person's now with this person. Oh, we've seen this leaked footage of this person being seen with this, X, Y, and Z. Oh, they were at this party. Is this going on? So
Mm-hmm.
it always kind of pushes this narrative that's kind of like you don't really see, but it's kind of under it all. You
Yeah.
kind of see that, oh, this person is kind of constantly with somebody. I should be doing the same thing. I'll look up to this person.
Exactly.
So there's a whole lot to it, Prince Daniel. But we gotta welcome somebody in. We got MMS, and that's LB. G in the building. Said, hey, what's good people?
Woo.
How you doing, LB? G. We're running back LB.
G in the building.
How you doing? All
Hey,
right.
Peaches Love, Eric Hartara, Osvaldo.
Osvaldo.
I'm the bigger boss. Hey.
All right. Prince
The
Daniel said
topic.
interesting stuff.
Yeah.
And GJ3 gave us a thumbs up saying, yes, it does take patience
It
too.
does.
It takes patience to listen it takes patience to listen well to somebody. Especially when you don't want to hear them too. Yeah, it does take a lot of patience. Prince Daniel said, yep, it sure does. It takes work and faith.
Yeah, it does.
DJ3 said, just saying though.
Yes.
Just pray. Exactly. Just saying that.
Exactly.
All right. And MMS, I always talking the truth, man.
That's right.
And you too, young sir. Thank you, MMS. Appreciate you for being here.
Exactly.
And GJ3 said, and what about when you done got bothered by someone and they done made you mad too? It takes a lot of patience.
It does. And people don't know how to speak correctly.
Mhm.
Like, I know I'm not making excuses for people, but sometimes when you're in that emotional situation and you're mad, you speak wrong and want people to understand you're listening. All that does is trigger that person to get mad. And so now both of y'all mad and nobody's listening to each other. And we have a lot of relationships where nobody's listening to each other because they're both mad because they both saying something that shouldn't have been said, or it's the way they said, it's the tone in their voice, all that's in there. And somebody has to be mature enough to actually listen and then answer the question. But sometimes that's really hard because then even if you're listening and then answering the question, the person that you're talking to might not be listening, so they don't even hear you answer the question. So relationship is really one of those things that you have to take time and really talk to each other when you're not mad.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're mad, I'm sorry, we just have a hard time listening. We weren't trained, we weren't raised to listen to one another and acknowledge and understand each other and to agree to not agree. People get mad if you don't agree with them. And that should not be the point of your conversation. It should be, I just need you to understand what I'm saying, what I feel. And people don't care about what other people feel. And that's sad.
That is definitely. MMS said, yeah, that's the
And the
hard
hard
part.
part, yeah.
Definitely. So yeah, that question right there, that was a really good question.
It was.
Prince Daniel. And I don't know if you fully got to it. We can even hop back into it if you want, Prince Daniel. You got any other kind of question related to that? But we're gonna step into the next question. And this question right here is an ultimatum. All right.
Yeah,
And
I agree with you too, MMS.
Queen Lenora should be feeling some type of way about ultimatums. But we're gonna build this situation right here. All right. We got a husband and a wife. All right. Now the husband, he's working through the relationship. He feels like he's putting a lot of his effort, a lot of his time. He's got the job, he's providing, he's doing what he needs to do. But his wife here, he's been catching her in the midst of talking to her ex and having conversations and stuff like that, phone calls, and even seeing some stuff about maybe meeting up. And so he's kind of feeling a type of way, obviously. So he hit her with the obvious ultimatum. We already in right now. We in this. You my wife. I'd rather want to work things out. But he hit her with the ultimatum. It's either me or your ex. Do you feel like that is how do you feel about that ultimatum? I feel like that was a good one for you because you always never really agree with ultimatums.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about it in this light?
Well, I'm gonna just say I'm impressed that he even wants to give an ultimatum. I don't believe in ultimatums in that area either. Because I'm like, you the husband.
Mm-hmm.
You have rights over everybody. You don't want to be with me. Bye. Get out. Go. Like, you do not know, you don't need a part of the house. I'm taking the kids, and no, we're not doing any of that.
Mm-hmm.
You chose, you want to be with your ex, you go with your ex. I'm not fighting over you with nobody else, especially if we married. That's just no. So I'm gonna say you're doing an awesome job to even give her ultimatum to choose you or the ex. Because at this point, she already made her bed, so she's gonna lie in it, and it's not gonna be good. But don't do what I'm saying. Don't do that. Don't do that. Stick to your guns with your ultimatum.
Mm-hmm. You feel like that's
a perfect time. Yeah. You either want me or your ex. But I just don't even know. For me, I just don't even see how the ex is even. I don't see how the ultimatum is even there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's an ultimatum, but I'm not agreeing with that ultimatum only because you the husband. Mm-hmm. You the king of the castle. You the lion in this relationship. You know what I mean? You roar. Everybody's scared of the lion. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna be up here with no petty cat. I need a charger.
Okay. Yeah.
Go ahead. Now it's dying. That's my thing is I just in my head I'm just like, it's not making sense for you to even do an ultimatum. But I must say that's better than what I would do. You're doing a better, pleasant job. It doesn't, because you're the husband. So, but I'm giving you props of that you are giving an ultimatum to choose from. But I just want to know, and you have to be able to tell me this much right here. If you do give an ultimatum to this person, and this person chooses you over the ex, this is where you got to answer the question. This is a good question here. Don't look at me crazy when I'm saying this. Once she chooses you, are you okay? Because right now you give an ultimatum because you just don't really want to lose your wife. But after you're sitting there chilling with her and she chose you, are you okay? Like, are you free? Because I just have this feeling that you're going to always bring it up in argument. Like when you was talking to your ex, when you were with me, like when you were doing such and such, when you should have been only loyal to me. I ain't never did nothing to you. I ain't never talked to none of my exes, no future misses. I only talk to you. Mm-hmm. Can you say the same thing?
Yeah.
See, and that's why the ultimatums don't work very well for me, because in reality, are you able to let that go if she chooses you?
Yeah, well, MMS says, ultimatums belong in peace treaties and talks of war. Not where you care. Not where you care.
I agree.
And MMS said, there has to be a meet in the middle, as well as respect and understanding. And GJ3 said, wait a minute. You had said that they're married and want to go with someone else? Prince Daniel said, I think that covers my question. I'm starting to get the picture. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna just say,
GJ, you're welcome, man. Thank you for sending heart as well.
Yeah, I just need you to break it down to me too, GJ3. That's the husband. What?
You're welcome, man.
And I just don't believe, and that's why I don't listen to Queen over here right now. I just don't believe that if she did decide to stay with you from this ultimatum, are you going to be able to forgive her?
Yeah, I think that's the big thing, because that's just another clip right there. You ready to shoot? If anything gets a little heated, or they start complaining, talking about what you doing this, that, and the other. Well, you feel like you even at an angle to come at me like that? I mean, it was just a couple months ago. You was just over there on that. I could have sworn you up on the Instagram talking about this, that. It just goes any direction at that point.
Yeah, and then what if she chooses the other guy?
Oh gosh!
Oh my goodness!
The other guy. Oh, you wish you never said that.
That's a hard thing. One thing my mama taught me.
Or Mark. I want to be with Mark. What do? You pick up the knife. You pick up the gun. You put the gloves on? Keep the gloves off. What do? You frame it, or do you come clean? You had somebody else do it, or you do it yourself? Just like, what's going on?
It gets a little rough right
there. You get the car. Do you bomb the house? Like, what goes on? What goes on?
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good way to do that one. But one thing my mama taught me is this, and then I'm gonna let Eli say his part. My mom taught me, if you're not ready to leave, don't say nothing at all.
Yeah.
So there's no ultimatum, because I'm not saying nothing until I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Not where I believe I'm ready to go, but I'm really I'm done with you. It's over. And you can walk out the door and they be like, where you going? Well, I saw you talking to your ex, chit-chatting it up. So I decided to go peace. And I'm out of here. You know what I mean?
Because you finally worked through it. I mean,
yeah, but
it's definitely one of those things as well. And if you got that intention of eventually leaving, getting up out that situation, so also you're married, you better get them assets ready as well. Start getting your money where it need to be, and maybe play into you still in this happy active marriage. Get some papers signed, maybe get a prenup or something going on. You never know what you can do in that situation.
You can
just sit back and strategize for a little bit, but just know when you do ask that question and you don't get the answer that you want,
exactly.
It can go.
It can go so many different ways. You better figure it out. And it's like I said, it's a hard task. That one is a hard one, because either way it goes, I don't see it ending up really good. I think there's like a 5%. I'm not even gonna get 10. I was trying to say 10. A 5% chance that it will work out for the good.
I think it could work out. I think it's just the mentality thing.
5%.
And a lot of people, they're not going to be able to go through something and not throw it back in some type of way.
Yeah.
And you don't ever want that feeling in a relationship where, you done made such a terrible mistake.
Yeah.
It is definitely wrong. Everybody knows it's wrong, and you don't even have to ask the question if it's wrong.
Exactly.
But you still have it thrown at you constantly in a relationship. So it's it's definitely some rocky ground. Some gravel roads we
I'm just gonna say it's 5% that'll come out right.
With that being said, I think we're gonna go ahead and welcome somebody in.
Okay.
We got the 5-time award winner, sunglass wearing.
Thank you.
It's a little breezy out. Chinchilla wearing. The man, the myth, the legend. I think I can smell what he's cooking. We got it's your boy Leo. Leo in the building say, yo, what's good, fam?
Hey, how you
How you
doing?
doing, Leo? What's going on? And
Yeah.
GJ3 said, married and step out and then choose to stay over there. And he would be okay if they stay with the other one. Yeah, no. Yeah. You wouldn't be okay if they stayed with the other one.
I'm going to tell you no.
Kiki, what up? Welcome in. No, Kiki, we're not in a relationship. I'm just her favorite nephew. And yeah, thank you for following as well. We appreciate it.
Strawberry not my favorite nephew. He's my nephew.
GJ3 said, well, I guess that I sure hope that they done made up their mind for sure this time, because that seems like a quote unquote some issue. Yeah.
Hey, Betty Queen, how are you? Welcome in.
Jay Pretty, welcome in. How you doing?
Hey, Jay Pretty. Yes.
How you say y'all new hosts?
Yes.
All right. Leo said, did you have your coffee today?
I surely did not. And I need it.
And Prince Daniel said, ultimatum, they send chills down my spine.
Yeah.
All right, shoot my shot with an ex or stay with the woman I'm with. I'm sticking with my wife always.
Exactly. But it should never be an ultimatum. Well, I don't even know how you start talking to your ex. You can't even pay me to talk to my ex. Y'all be like, what? Talk to ex who? Ex who?
My finest welcome. I mean, I think it's also talking to ex while you're married too. But I think a lot of people, you hear it all the time in different situations, not just this one. But some people, they have like a high school love or something like that. Then they move or something, go to college. It doesn't work out. Then they get in a relationship who they are with now. Years later, then that one comes back around. There's so many different aspects where it wasn't ended off on a bad note, and they really do have strong feelings for these people, but then they end up married to somebody
that's why you don't talk to your ex. I don't care what excuse you got for it. The answer no. Kiki said it's toxic on here, but not every side is toxic. Like, I'll just stay clear and make your coin, girl. That's what I'm trying to do. Thank you, Kiki. I appreciate you.
Big Dave, welcome in. So yeah, definitely with that one, and then for this one right here. We have
okay.
All right, we got to welcome some folks that stay entertaining.
Okay.
We got House of X Entertainment. We stay entertaining.
We stay entertaining. We stay entertaining.
You know what you got to do?
Turn it up. Hey,
turn it up. Will Rock, welcome in. Shawnee G, welcome in. Willie Coohan, welcome in. I don't know if I said it right. Welcome in, Willie. Calhoun. House of X said, hey, and also said, everyone is in the pool.
Dang, y'all be in the pool, don't y'all?
Kiki said, y'all got a sweet bond. Thank you.
Thank you.
So this next one right here, I think this one is definitely for the younger generation.
Yes, we close.
This one is,
he knocks me out.
Is definitely, I would love to get your take on this one in particular, because I would want to know how you would feel about something like this.
Me?
All right. Yeah, how you would feel about something like this, because this is like a younger thing. I could definitely give my take on things, but there's so many different layers to this as well. So we got a new relationship. They're young. They're in their early 20s.
Yeah, yeah.
And so, they really feeling each other. They see in the future, planning for it, so on and so forth. And they're living life, just enjoying that.
Yeah.
That young love moment right there.
Yes.
Well, the boyfriend right now, he was just looking in her phone, just scrolling their phone, not on no bad intentions, trying to catch her and anything like that. Mm-hmm. Just reminiscing, looking back at the gallery, looking at the pictures. And then he finds a video of her and her ex. And, they were having a very intimate moment, for lack of a better word. Mm-hmm. Well, there's plenty of better words I could use, but I'd rather not. Okay. And so, they were having a very intimate moment. And he stumbled upon that video, and he's like, doesn't really know how to feel about that. He's seeing the person that he's loving, getting some loving. And so, how would you feel about that situation? He doesn't want to, it's kind of ingrained in his mind, and he wants to be with this person. But now he hasn't seen that. He's kind of, it's conflicted. How do you feel about that situation? DJ, welcome in. Brown Sugar Red, JD, Shay, welcome in.
I don't know how you feel conflicted.
You don't know how you...
No, it was past tense.
It was past tense.
And they just started in a relationship.
Yeah.
They might not even be fully blown in a relationship.
Yeah.
Like, really, you don't have nothing to say. The past is past.
Okay.
The problem is you don't have your videos, or if you do, you made sure she didn't see them. She got hers up there. You know, it's just there. It's her tape. I don't know what to tell you. I don't
So
even
you
know how
don't
you
even know
found
how
it.
to. Yeah.
Like, you were being nosy to find it.
No,
I
he
don't
wasn't
even
even
know.
at, you know, they
He
just-
had to be nosy to find it.
Well, okay.
It wasn't just sitting there like, "Hi, I'm here. Check me out." There's no
Mary
reason.
Jane, welcome in.
There's no way she left it. Unless you purposely wanted to leave it out, there's no way you just happened
What
to
if she
find it.
did? You know,
Well, she purposely left it out,
then
then
up in the air.
then she let you know, this is what you could have, but you know, you got to be earning your way. I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know what
How
it
would
is.
you feel if you were in this situation as a young
I wouldn't
lady?
have no feeling.
You wouldn't if you just.
No,
you
if
just looking at
I was
some
nosy
pictures.
enough, because it definitely was being nosy. I was nosy enough and found a video of him and his ex, and his ex,
Yeah,
and they doing the do. It is what it is.
it is what it is. You
And
stand strong
but I
on
will
it.
bring it up though.
Yeah, you would.
I would. I'd be like, you know what? I saw this video. Let's watch it. That's you and her. So why you keeping the video? But I would be more playful about it. But
Yeah.
I would let him know when we got in a serious relationship that
You
would
better
be
take that
burned.
video.
No, and I'm burning it. You ain't even got to worry about it. We're gonna burn this together. But
Mhm.
yeah, but no, I don't think. I think sometimes just because we're dating or we just got in a relationship, we feel like we have this full blown right
Mhm.
to search people's stuff and then got the nerves to criticize what they did. That was a past relationship, had nothing to do with you. He didn't know you.
Mhm.
So you coming up and seeing a video shouldn't have no opinion, or he should have no opinion of seeing his now girl with some dude from the past. He knows she wasn't no virgin when he met him. Unless he lied and said I was a virgin and then you saw the tape.
So,
Well, then
you
that's
know, so
totally different.
you better live with it. Is what you pretty much saying.
Yeah,
you
there's
know?
no. I mean, you what you
It is
you
what
what
it
you
is.
thought she never had sex before? You thought
Hey.
she her and her ex didn't do nothing? That's like
They don't
you know,
even. No, it's not really about that. It's the fact
What
that
is
he
it
had
about?
to see it. You know,
he didn't have to see
seeing
it.
is believing.
Okay, one, he didn't have to see it. Being nosy
Miss Wifey,
doesn't mean you
welcome
have
in.
to see it.
Eric, welcome in. But seeing is believing.
Well,
He
then
could
you
have just seen a little.
but you shouldn't
thumbnail
have
of the
been.
video.
But you shouldn't have been nosy looking. I mean,
All
that's
right.
just how it goes. In,
All right, that's how you
but my
feel.
thing is, why does
Don't
it
look
bother
if you
you?
don't want to find. Is that what you're
Pretty
saying?
much.
Don't search if you
I
don't
don't.
want.
Hey,
what you search
that's
for?
what I say.
Okay.
But my thing is, why would you have an opinion about it?
Yeah, definitely.
Like, would you?
In a situation like that, you know,
I think you would.
I would have an opinion, but I think it's also the fact that this is a new
But why
thing.
would you have an opinion?
No, I mean I would have an opinion as far as why is it you still got the thing, still got the video.
We in a
You
new
looking
relationship.
for-
We ain't even.
Yeah, but if you
downloaded.
look, if you searching, I think that's something that probably has to go. You might be thinking a little bit too much, but
What?
yeah, like if you are searching for something new, like I could see it depends on the setting. All right. I would say because a lot of people, they be on dating websites, something like that. If you met on something like that and you got that, it's kind of like, why you still got that if you trying to step out of that stage.
What does that got to do with anything?
Because I mean, there's certain protocol. If you're younger, you have your regular camera, right? Then you also have your hidden camera. So if you ain't got that on your hidden camera, you got that on your regular one, I'm gonna just be a little conflicted at that moment because it's like, what is the message? Because it could that you're trying to send me. Because they most likely, I don't know, from the way it was sent in the thing, he was not just like all up in, scrolling all the way up. This is like home row right here, maybe a little above home row. Because if you're just scrolling through the pictures, right, looking through the camera, y'all talking about, oh, I took this picture of the star.
I got pictures from way back in the day on mine.
Yeah, I'm saying you got to go up a little bit, don't you, to get to that?
Or
go down.
Yeah.
I'm figuring there's a little bit of movement there.
Yeah.
So if there's a little bit of movement,
maybe she
why
watches
can we
it to
hide
get
it?
off because she ain't having sex with the nipple.
Again. What was going on here,
She probably proud of herself.
especially if we're stepping into it. There could have been a whole lot of what ifs and a whole lot of things that you feel about that.
But my thing is, if it's
why are
a
they
new
gonna be at the
relationship,
forefront?
why does it bother you? If you don't want her to be into that camera no more, then you have to be a bomb new boyfriend.
Definitely,
You can't be no average Joe making no stupid mistakes and stuff. You got to be bomb in your area, because then she'll hurry up and delete that. But my thing is, why she need to delete anything or hide anything? There's nothing to hide. This is past tense.
and that's fine. You know, I'm not. That video is going to be out there. What's done is done.
Yeah.
The dirt is there. You know, you just have it on the video. That's not necessarily the problem. It's just if it's a certain part of the camera roll, I'm gonna be looking at you like, all right, what's going on here? You know, because it could be hints. It could be, you know, it's there for a reason. I feel like it's there. It would be there for a reason. Yeah, no, but I'm saying if it's, you got your camera roll right now.
Yeah.
If I'm scrolling past, let's say the first 8 pictures, 10 pictures, and it's right there, then you know that's gonna look just a little too
like
blatantly
we just had
placed
sex
there.
to me.
Yeah, it's looking
but
a little
I
too
don't think it was.
placed to me.
I don't think it was there. I think he was scrolling, and he was scrolling, and he was looking for something, and he found something he wasn't looking for.
Well, hey, you know, however way you take it, I'm gonna just say if I was in this situation, and you know it's not up there, you know, it's not like I'm just being nosy, flicking through your phone. If you know we just laughing like, oh, look at this picture, and I scroll and I see the, oh, you know, and I something like that, then I would definitely ask about it. You know, I'll definitely ask about it. I'm like, oh, you know, maybe make a joke about it. Oh, it seemed like you was having some fun, something like that, you know.
But you wouldn't be mad.
I just don't feel like that is something you could really get mad about.
That's all I'm trying to get to.
Yeah,
the whole conversation. That's all I was trying to get to.
I would definitely think about it for a minute, but I don't think that's something that anger is provoked. Why do you have this? Because it's not like you own somebody. At the end of the day, because you know you just got in a relationship, even if you was 1 month in a relationship, you know, as long as that's not new, as long as that's not new, then I don't think it'd be a problem. Or you guys just started taking the relationship serious. I'd say put a title on things. Yeah, because once you start getting into that and acting the role and doing all that, then you could ask about stuff like that. But if you know you just dating,
you only got a certain amount of time with Queen Lenore, though.
Yeah, but I'm just saying in general, people nowadays they'll date for 5 years, 10 years, so it doesn't really matter. I'm saying
then it ain't cheating. You just
if you're doing all that, then
relationships.
Hey, I'm saying if you're doing all that, then hey, you know that's a separate conversation. But we gotta look at Prince Daniel. Prince Daniel says September is almost over. October is coming fast.
Yeah, it is.
And how's the X shit, right? And yeah, GJ3 said you ought to think and ask them a question. Yeah, I would definitely think about asking.
I don't even know why we have to ask a question though, GJ. My thing is, this is my past tense. I did what I did.
About it, though. I would ask about it. Maybe not with the heaviest mood. Not with that. You know, just definitely I would ask about it though. You know, what's going on here? Maybe make a joke. You know, like it's a conversation piece.
Is it a conversation piece?
I feel like if it's right there, it's a conversation. Definitely, if we write, you know, if it's right.
So when she found the picture in yours, would that be a conversation piece?
If we're gonna talk about it, we're gonna talk about it. If you want to open up the conversation, it is what it is. I feel like if I'm gonna allow you to be on my phone scrolling through and hey, let's look at pictures, I think that's a conversation piece.
How do you know that's what they did? That's your imagination, right?
Because I mean, if otherwise, then he got what he's asking for. If you are actually deliberately sneaking, looking at somebody's phone, or you know,
he might not have been sneaking. He might have been like looking at a picture and just started looking at a whole bunch of pictures. Yeah, there's really times I go to my phone and I'm looking for one picture. I found it and I scroll because I don't forgot I done.
It's the placement for me. That's really it. It's
the placement doesn't matter because we know it's further down because unless she cheated on you, it is not going to be up in the forefront. Yeah. Now I don't know how the iPhone broken glass phone works, but I'm just saying literally that we know it was further down.
If you know,
that's just what it is. But my thing is, if a girl found a video with you in there, and you ready to talk about it?
Hey,
no. Don't hate.
Hey,
Because you don't like talking about normal conversations. So don't sit up here and hate and act like all of a sudden you got witty woodpecker voices.
First of all, listen, I'd be like, you all up in my business, but you know, I mean, I think you could play it off. I think you couldn't if you really.
No, you said let's talk about it. Be a conversation. So
not like
ready for a conversation.
Not no detailed in depth conversation because you know what am I supposed to say? In this flick, I hit this certain maneuver right here, and this is.
But that's what I'm saying. But when it's a woman, all of a sudden you want to have a whole conversation. But when it's you don't want to have a whole conversation.
I mean, listen. I would listen. Listen, hey. That's on me personally.
That is what I'm talking about right there.
I'm just saying.
It ain't just you. And men do that all the time. They want a woman to spill their guts on anything that they ask. But when a woman asks a question, all of a sudden we got to go quick and we ain't going to have a long conversation.
I'm just saying.
And while we're going there. So don't be asking. If you can't give an answer, don't ask.
I didn't say I was going to ask. I said I would play
You said
into
you
it.
did. You said it would have to be a conversation.
I did not say it would have to be a conversation. I said I would joke about it.
No, go back before.
That's before. That's before we was talking about it.
Like I said, we was talking about it.
The whole time we talking through it because I mean, you know, once we were talking about it, once we were getting more into it,
like a typical
like
man,
I said,
trying to change it up,
I'm not even trying to change it. Like I said, it's the placement too, because maybe there's a conversation to be had. Maybe you're trying to hint at something because it depends on how far it is. Again, it depends on the approach. It depends on how you find the picture. It depends on the placement. I feel like, you know, inner detective would be thinking so many different things. So to clear the air, why would I not ask the question?
And my thing is, if the shoe was on the other foot, you wouldn't want the question asked, and then you would be. But so you shouldn't ask something that you wouldn't want to do. That's what I'm saying. It's always men always want to hear something and have these deep conversations when the woman does wrong. But when the man does wrong, we got to be quick and easy on the conversation. Okay. No, that's what I'm saying. That is what we not. We're gonna treat each one as if we want to be treated. So if you want to have a whole conversation with her, then you should have a whole conversation when it comes down to you.
I mean, GJ3 said, "Was this a prank or something?" I mean, listen, that's what I would be thinking, and I feel like if something like that would happen to me, I see how you change that subject real quick. Not even change the subject. Something like that would happen to me. First, I don't know. I can't see myself in this situation for one.
It doesn't matter if you can see yourself in this situation.
If I fumbled myself into this situation, and I would have to think to myself, like, if this was intentional, then it is what it is. But if it was
I don't think it was intentional.
Yeah, I was saying, but if it was playing into the unintentional, and you want to have a conversation, I would really just clear everything up there, you know, like. That's not a conversation I want to have, but you know,
and you wouldn't.
You know,
and you wouldn't.
We got to welcome somebody in. She's very precious to us. We've got
Precious Pieces. Welcome in, sis. How are you?
How you doing, Precious Pieces? No, definitely. I mean, I see what you're saying with the double standard there, but I just don't see that myself in that.
It doesn't matter if you see yourself in that situation. I know I would never put myself in the situation. I'm not talking about I don't see myself in. That's just a cop out to know that you know you did wrong. It is a cop out because you know you're wrong. That's why you got it is. To say that I know I would never see myself being videotaped or anything. Yeah. But you didn't hear me once say it because it's irrelevant. I'm giving the same advice that I would give for women that I would give for men, period. It's the same. I'm not doing no double standard. I'm not doing it. I'm giving the same conversation. But you know, and then you copped out and said, because I don't see myself doing that. Nobody see it. We're not asking about you.
But you didn't ask about me. But I'm just saying in that situation, it is harder for me to say that, but speaking outwardly.
What was the question again? The question is, the man and this woman just got in a relationship. No, he's my nephew, and that's it. Just my nephew. Nephew. I'm his auntie, nephew. There's no relationship. That's what it is. So the question was, a brand new couple just got in a relationship. The man found a sex video either on the phone or a DVD. We don't know.
DVD. Who's using?
I use DVD if I was going to do a sex thing. I would not have it on my phone because it's easily to push around the
Who
world.
putting that on DVD though? Come on now.
I'd rather put on DVD than the phone.
I'm just saying nowadays.
Okay. Anyway,
who press my is putting that on a DVD?
I don't know. If they got a camera, they might do it.
I'm not seeing that, but go ahead.
So anyway.
Go ahead with your DVD. Go ahead with your DVD.
So anyway, the man is conflicted on what he should do since he done saw the video of his woman now with her ex doing the wild thing, and he wants to know what he should do. And I say absolutely nothing because it ain't none of your business, for one.
Yeah.
And that's a past relationship. It ain't got nothing to do with now. Elijah made up all kinds of scenarios. It's in the front of the thing. But I'm like, if it's in the front of the picture thing, unless it's that broken down iPhone, because I don't know how the broken down iPhone works. But if it's that glassy iPhone thing, when you take a picture, whatever picture you just recently take is at the top. So if it's at the top, then you know she cheated. If it's out down at the bottom, then you know it ain't there. But you know they coming up with she wants to purposely have him see it, which why?
That's the placement. I just want to know the placement.
It doesn't matter what the placement is. I just said that.
It don't matter, but
because if it was brand new, then you know she cheated on you. Yeah. So then bye.
But if we're talking about like, especially before, a minute before, I think, and I think it all depends on how things is brought up too. But that's not much of a conversation. Now, if you want to talk about it, I guess that is what it is. But I don't know. Especially if it depends. It really just depends to me.
Are they dating or are they in a relationship?
If they're just now getting in a relationship. So
they're just now getting in a relationship, GJ. They just now getting in a relationship. And he somehow found, apparently we too, bougie, and we like everybody to see videos, so we don't put it on DVD. We want the world to see us having sex. So apparently it's on the phone, per Elijah. It's on the phone, so everybody. So he found it on the phone. Yeah. And Elijah's thing is, if it was in the beginning, then it was there to torture me. But how would it be in the beginning without her cheating?
I didn't say torture at all.
Or she wanted him to see it. Yeah. In the beginning, most people don't even share passwords until they've been in a relationship for a good year. So I don't know how we all of a sudden in a brand new one. And my thing is, he probably asked to use the phone or wanted to see a picture, or they took a picture and wanted to see it, and then he started scrolling, looking, saw the sex video, probably watched it, and now I want to know what he should do. And I say absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And Eli's over here giving double standards. Men can ask questions, women cannot.
I did not say that.
Yes, you did.
I did not say that.
You might not have said that, but that's what you said.
And it's not spinning the narrative here. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this just as a final grandstand to the whole thing.
Can you get in the camera?
Yes, I can. Because just in general with the whole conversation, like I said, it was really more so the placement. Because if there was a certain placement, I'm gonna be a little bit curious about it. But just in general, if you have had conversations, you're getting in a relationship, past dating stage, you past a lot of this stuff. It's you have not all the questions. You don't know everything about this person, but you have a good bit of talked about. I'd assume at this point, and it really depends on what the relation with the ex was, or however that really was.
Why does it matter?
Why does that matter? Because why does the relation with the ex, like if it was an open conversation, like if they were very open about it?
Who?
If the man or woman was very like open about the conversation. Why does it matter? Because it depends. Like I said, it depends on the placement. Now, if we talking about this months before, that is what it is. But if this is, like
weeks before,
or moved around,
why does it matter what her relationship is with the ex? That has nothing to do with you. Again, we are trying to. You're grasping for an argument, is what it is. You're trying to find a way to legalize this argument on what she did in the past. because her relationship with her ex has nothing to do with you. And no, she don't need to tell you or explain a dang thing about an ex because it's an ex. That's what exes are. We broke up. We weren't a match for each other. It's
past
over.
tense. It's a past tense, but in a situation that he's in, that being there, I don't know. I feel like it's the placement. Like that's something that he would definitely be thinking about. It's something to be on his mind and it'd be for a reason. Just the same as if it was for a woman. If a woman was to see that, you'd be like, you know, what
I would tell a woman as well, it's none of your dang business. Right. You shouldn't have looked.
I mean,
if you're gonna have issues, you shouldn't look. We ain't in a place where I have to delete or get rid of any videos or pictures.
I didn't say
but so I don't have to question any. You can't question me about my ex. Period, because that has nothing to do with you.
I didn't say all that. I didn't say you had to do all that. I'm just saying it's the everything kind of comes into question depending on the placement.
Nothing should come into placement. This is where I say it should be no conversation because my thing is an ex is an ex. Regardless, you knew she had an ex before. If you thought you were her first boyfriend, then that's the only time you can have a conversation like why you lied about that. But
it's not even.
No, I mean if you don't like it, my biggest thing is don't be in nobody else's don't be in nobody's videos or pictures or anything like that if you can't handle it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't be like, oh, I was just scrolling looking for a picture or I just wanted to see all the pictures. Yeah. Well, there's gonna be some stuff in there you might not want to see. So don't do it.
That's for sure.
So my thing is the moment you do that, it doesn't give you the right to go, well, I saw this video, so I have questions. You don't get the right to have questions. You definitely don't have a right to ask me any questions about my ex. Now you could have said like when we were dating and talking, you wanted to know about ex, then we can have that conversation.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna have that conversation with me because you done found me having sex with some dude, my ex. No, you went too far on the conversation. You just
I think that just in general, I think with that conversation, usually, like if you're saying in that instance, I feel like that would be you're doing too much. You're being too nosy. You like evading privacy kind of at that point. Especially if you decide to not only look at the thumbnail, but you want to click the video, then it's a different step. And I think that is out of pocket for you to come at it like that. I agree with that, but I'm saying. It's just in my mind. There's a lot of different.
I need you to get in the camera.
Okay, really that's what I'm saying. Just in my mind, there's a lot of places that you can have the video, and so the video is at the forefront.
Again, how are you never answered the question of how is it in the forefront and it's not a brand new picture or video?
No, it's not that. I mean, all we got from him is that he's seen the video, so I don't know what he was doing.
But you keep yelling forefront. If it's forefront and it's at there in the beginning, that means they just did it.
Yeah.
So it had to be in the further back if they're in a relationship, or he would be calling about her cheating, and he saw the cheating video, but he's not saying it was a cheating video. So we know it's not in the forefront.
No, but yeah.
So how would you keep saying? Why you keep saying forefront when you know it's not in the forefront?
That's true. I'll say
TJ said, well, yes, thank you. Well, yes, it does depend. I guess the question would have to be if they did the tape for money, though. Hey,
DJ3.
That's true.
Now you trying to go into business.
Green dollar bills. If so, then the things need to be discussed for your new beginning relationship in the making now. I would have to imagine. Yeah. You shouldn't have to do that for money if you're with someone. Somebody now. I hope. Mm-hmm. Well, it depends if she need money. I don't know. Oh wow, they getting deep with this scenario. Yeah, we are. You see, we gotta welcome
somebody in though. We've got Jay.
Oh, sorry.
They J3.
Okay,
we gotta welcome in
J3GS Farm.
Welcome in. Say Love and Live Show. Hello.
How you doing?
All right. Leo said, "Press like we're coming in. Welcome in." He said, "Oh, gee." He said, "Okay, let's get really into this one here."
I'm just saying, like, I just be like, I don't like the double standard. That
it's
bothers me.
not so much a double standard. I think just because in my mind, to me, right? Because you said like, what if it was me? What if I don't know? Because I feel like you can hide so much, and it's not like you need to hide and be sneaky, but it's just that's in your normal camera. That's your auntie and mommy, whatever. They scroll up, see the video. I feel like that's a
Okay, let me ask a question since you want to sit there and bring up a non-true conversation here.
What's not
How
true
many
about the
times have I
conversation?
scrolled up in your phone? Oh, no, because you don't let me have your phone. How many times have your mom? Oh, no, you don't let her have the phone. Ain't nobody in your phone,
Okay,
period.
well, that's true. That's true. I guess that is reasonable, but it is. Oh, I don't
Ain't
know.
nobody in your phone, period, unless you allow them.
Well, yeah.
And so that's just where that is.
I don't
And
know,
sometimes you can have videos in there that you thought, you put somewhere else
Put away,
or whatever,
stuff
and
like
then
that.
it's right there and the person found it, and that's how it happened. But either way it goes, the person was being nosy to do what they were doing regardless. Welcome in, I'm saying Asia.
Oh man, okay.
But yeah, sorry, sis. I was
welcome
messing up your
in,
name, and I was about to call you I see child, and I was like, I wasn't doing it on purpose, sis. I really wasn't. I was trying to get it.
Is it Aisha? Welcome in.
I call it Aisha. I don't know.
Aisha. Sorry. Welcome in. Hustle is in here. Muhammad, welcome in.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Prince Daniel said, "What?"
So I'm intentionally known on the microphone. I got it all. I really need a wife at home. I don't really, I don't really like this zone.
Never spend the night alone. Hey,
Prince Danny said, "Yeah, that's Diddy. I need a girl."
And so yeah, but
I think just in general with that conversation, just in general, flat level. If I'm now picking up your phone, oh, you should look at this picture of the sky that I took. Look at the picture of the sky. If you decide to go further, you're treading on your own territory. You see the video. You're having to click on the video. That shouldn't be a conversation.
It shouldn't be. And I'm not saying you're being nosy because it is being nosy. Because my thing is, I do it. Anytime somebody gives me their phone, I go more over to the picture.
And I feel like if you're doing that, then that. But if you just like, oh.
If you say in the beginning one more time.
No, I'm saying, oh, like, are even y'all doing it together? Look at all these pictures. And then I'm seeing something. Then that's kind of where I'm saying with the other thing, like.
And I would go, oops, let me take that off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But if there's no reaction to it, then that's where I'm saying.
But some people don't have reaction. You can't go off of what you feel a reaction.
That's true.
Some people be like, well, it's a picture.
Then I think nothing of it. But I'm just saying.
Because I'm kind of like that. I'm like, I don't care. If it's mine, it's mine. Yeah. Because I'm not like, I just think about myself. I'm like, I'm not body shy. So I wouldn't have been thinking about the dude. I would have been thinking more about myself. I don't give a rat's about the dude.
Well, I'm just
I would have been thinking about myself. So I wouldn't have been body shy. And I was like, oh yeah, I remember doing that. And then I would have kept the kicking. Now that might have stayed in your mind forever, but I'm done with it. Like I didn't mean to show you. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I should remove that one. And that's what I would probably do, or I probably wouldn't. It depends on how I want to do it.
Well, listen. J3GS Farm said, thanks. I know not to share a pic on my phone. We ain't doing all that.
I'm just letting you know, it happens. It happens.
Okay.
So. And then it would be wrong for that female to sit there and say, why you got this picture over here?
But I'm going to say that it would be wrong for the dude to do it in that situation. In the one that you clearly, you're being nosy, you're scrolling past what you know. And people do it, that's fine. But be careful what you're looking for. That's all. You want to, let me get to know you. Oh, you like to take
Sometimes
pictures?
You're just looking for a picture that you can put on your phone. This is my boo. I want to get the right picture for your boo.
She better curate that picture. But I'm saying, like, if you search, you might find. But
people in relationships don't think like that. Is what I'm saying. Yeah. I mean, just literally, when Chris goes in my phone, I don't care if he goes through my pictures. I'm not thinking about it.
Yeah.
And if I go through Chris's phone, he ain't thinking about nothing. Mm-hmm. We just don't think like that. So sometimes you just forget that you might have a picture on there, and you really don't care if your significant other is looking at it. Mm-hmm. But it's just my thing is, if it's an ex and you know it's an ex, you don't have any rights to have a conversation about because it's an ex. Now, the only time you have a right to have a conversation if the ex is now present, and that means you. The video was just recently, and y'all been in a relationship for 2 months, and it was just last month.
Okay.
Then you have plenty of reasons to ask as many questions as you want. But if you talking about this video is 8 months ago, we've been together 2 months now, get over it.
Okay. So we're gonna go to the next one. I definitely agree. I can agree to the whole statement of if you are scrolling and you see it, you shouldn't say nothing about it because it's really, there's nothing really for you to say. The past in the past. But that is what it is. So picking up this next one here.
Okay.
We got marriage. Okay, so we got again.
You want me to just put this on you because you have.
I'll just get right back in there. So we got a boyfriend and girlfriend. They're talking about marriage. They're having this conversation, and his culture is different. They have different cultural backgrounds. So for marriage for him is a little bit different. But he knows American, typical get the ring, put the ring on the finger type of thing. So they was just having the conversation of marriage just came up in a normal day-to-day conversation, and so she said to him that if she's gonna get married to him, they can get married from an apartment or a diamond ring. That's what she said. You get married by buying an apartment or a diamond ring. And he was just confused by that, like didn't really know what that meant because culturally speaking, it's just that didn't align with his culture or the American culture with the apartment thing. So he was just confused about that.
How you buy an apartment complex?
Like buy the apartment, like put money down for rent. Pretty much pay for the apartment. Pay for the apartment or a diamond ring, and that's marriage. So how do you feel about that conversation then?
I don't know.
It just sounds so off.
It doesn't make sense.
It just sounds
you
so
can
off.
say buy a house or a diamond
Either way,
ring.
you said house,
an apartment.
It was an apartment. It was putting a whole bunch of
saying.
money down for the apartment. I paid a bunch of rent in advance. So pretty
you
much
can't.
house or apartment. Either way you want to put it, housing or a diamond ring. How do you feel about that?
Well, I just know in Oregon you can't pay in advance like that. In Oregon,
either way it goes, have it. Well,
she don't want a ring, and she rather have an apartment than give the woman a ring. I mean, an apartment. That's her ring.
He just was thrown off.
And every time she get mad, you get that lease agreement and wrap it around the finger. So here you go.
Yeah, that's just being confused about that, and also, no, we're not dating. I'm her favorite nephew, but also stepping into it a little bit more. It's like, all right, like you said, the scope of the situation, like. You can't, a ring is physical. When you paying that bill, what you supposed to do? Put the money around? What do you do? Put the the money order around? Like, what do you do?
Yeah, that lease is gonna go around her finger. I'm gonna make a copy, shrink it down, and then I'm gonna fold it, and that's her ring.
So
if that's what she wants, why am I there to fight what she wants?
So you're saying you shouldn't fight it? You should.
No,
if you're gonna go with that. You should get the house or get the apartment. Either way it is, secure it that way.
You know what? It's cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just tell you.
Yeah.
And then you ain't gotta worry about it. I want my ring back because it's just an apartment.
Exactly, it's the house.
And that's just what it is. And that's probably because she struggled so long or probably had a hard time keeping the roof over her head that she's like, I can't see us putting a whole bunch of money on a ring.
Yeah.
When you could just give me an apartment. Like I get a roof and I can sleep in my own bed. Oh yeah, I'd rather have that. Mm-hmm. Give it to her. We don't always have to do everything traditional.
Yeah, that's kind of what the conversation was. It was like culturally from his standpoint, that's not something that was talked about there. Like they have their own kind of thing. Yeah. Even thinking on American scope, we always think ring. So when she was talking about some form of housing, it was like,
I said
kind of curious. Like, how would you feel about that? Mm-hmm. You don't have a problem with that, so.
Not at all.
So if you kind of was in that mode, like you said.
I would say house,
Yeah, no,
apartment, because we're in Oregon, you can't pay ahead on apartments, so it's month to month.
Have the money orders lined up.
Yeah,
that's
pretty much all you can do. But that still guarantee your roof, because if you need some money and you're struggling, you got the money orders already there.
Mhm.
So it's not 100% guaranteed. But
Yeah.
if it was me, I'd rather have a house than a ring.
Yeah.
I'm not a jewelry girl, so keeping this ring on my fingers was hard in the beginning. I mean, now I'm used to it, and then I feel naked without it. But in the beginning, shoot, I would have picked a house over a ring quickly.
Yeah.
The feet don't fail me now, but I didn't think like that. So
I mean, when I think about that, I mean, I could see like an alternative because you usually think physical. So like an alternative, I would say, oh, you instead of a ring, you got a necklace, or you got something like that, something that you will be more comfortable wearing, or something like just that signifies that to you.
Yeah,
I could understand that, and I can understand some people not wanting to wear a ring for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
But then it being something that's not even tangible, not physical, at least, it's a house, of course, it's got you. But in terms of something you could wear every day, signifying that you're married, it's not really that. So,
well, it's not that important to me because we already talked about.
Yeah, but I mean, if you think about it, you already had that conversation. So
my thing is, we ain't got no ring, so it ain't bothering me none. I ain't lost no sleep. So I would have rather had a house, like literally.
Oh man!
All that money we just spent on rings, we could have bought, put a down payment on the house almost. So, yeah, I don't think it's something that bothers me or comes at me in a way where I'm like, I just think, she wants a house. I mean, she just want to make sure that's one less thing that she has to worry about month to month to month. Okay. She got a house, a place to stay, and she is not struggling. So, by all means, give her that. Maybe have a big year, like 10-year wedding anniversary. You can get her a ring, but right now, to each his own.
To just do that, it'd be the little frosting on top.
There you go. There you go. I like that.
Yeah. Okay. So, and if you were in this situation and you had to get married, what would you rather go in on a house, or would you rather get the ring? Like for you,
in the beginning.
Just in general, like if you could, restart, and you're having this marriage conversation, and this conversation comes up, and it's like, we could go in and get a house together, or we could do the ring.
Well, I wouldn't be able to pay off the house. I don't want to just go in and get a house together. You can do that with the ring. I don't mind.
You want the house paid.
Paid in full.
Paid in full.
I know this is my house. Only thing we paying is taxes, baby. This is my house.
You own the land.
Yes.
Okay, so that would be the conversation.
Yeah.
But would you do that over a ring?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
it'd be hard. It'd be hard for me to do it right now because now the ring is so attached.
Yeah, you have a ring.
But in the beginning, I would take a house. We should. They'd be like, "Where your wedding ring at?" I'd be like, "At my house." What you mean with that? My house is my wedding ring. Thank you. That is my ring, my house. Yes.
Okay. All right. I just figured that was an interesting conversation there because
we would have a prenup on that house too because it'd be my house because that's my wedding ring, my house.
And how? Let's see, what have a prenup on? How far would this go though? This concept? Would you also say car? Would you also say?
I'm gonna do a car. No.
No, I'm saying like, so.
No, just a house.
It's nothing like that. Land.
Yeah.
Land.
And it's mine. Like my wedding ring is mine. The house will be mine.
His name.
No, be both of our name, but when we get a divorce, it's mine.
Okay, that's what
the prenup would say. You leave without the house. The house is her wedding ring. That's hers.
Okay, definitely. All right, well then.
His name would be on there, period. But when the divorce comes, that's out mine.
Yeah, you
that is Queen Lenore's house. That's my ring. Okay. And I ain't giving this ring back, I wouldn't be giving the house back. No. No, sorry, Bob. That's my house. It is what it is.
What if it's a house out of town?
A house out of town. You're just making up stuff.
I just need figuring like, what if it's a property? Or you get an acre in somewhere, whole other coast or something like that.
It's still mine.
And you still be comfortable with that as well.
If I already have a house, I ain't gonna be happy. I'm staying in an apartment here, and then I got a house over. No, that's stupid.
You got 30 acres over there.
We be living in 30 acres. That's just dumb. You just right now just talking ignorant.
I'm just trying to,
I can't even say ignorant no more. We just gonna say ignorant.
I'm trying to figure out
welcome to Cat Daddy and chocolate and
the asset value is what you.
No, it's my ring. The house is mine. Okay. Period. and we living in it.
Okay,
Period.
that's all.
So
that's
you can
all.
coast to coast it and whatever you want to do. If it's mine, that's where we staying.
That's all I was thinking about there. I was all only
No,
thinking
you was just
about-
trying to play games. You ain't got
No,
time
I'm just
to play.
asking because
Welcome with Krista.
would the value be, like I said, like an asset? Like, all right, this is my devotion to you for a wedding. I have this amount of land, this field, this whatever, or is it the fact that it's a house for you in this situation? Because
My thing is, I'm not living in
it's a
an
house.
apartment and I have a house and land somewhere else. That's stupid.
Okay.
Plain and simple, stupid. So wherever my property is, that's where I'm gonna be.
Okay.
Period.
All right, I think that's the end of that
Yeah,
conversation.
because
there.
you was trying me. I don't know
'Cause
why
you
you was
was
trying
getting
me.
a little
Cause that
worked
didn't
up
make no
on that one
sense. You
there.
trying me. Like, hello?
I was just testing the water.
No, there's
you
no
know,
reason to
seeing
test the waters.
how far things would go. which is
No.
good. No, I think it's actual genuine because it's like, is it the asset, like is the value, or is it the actual practicality that you can actually live in the house? You know.
I don't want to be homeless. What part is that?
Then that's the practicality. That's having a home, having a roof over your head.
Okay.
Fresh Pieces. She said, "I'm driving in and listening."
Thank you, Fresh Pieces. You see, Nicole, you see how he acting. He trying me.
Oh my goodness.
Try me, Nicole. I don't know why he tried me.
Some people just want to get on live and start acting.
Oh, that's what I'm doing.
Prince Daniel, I know you agree with me. So anyway, yeah. But yeah, with that being said, I could see that. I could definitely see it.
Yeah.
Prince
Thank you, Prince Daniel. Cause y'all acting like
Prince
I'm the
Daniel, what
only
you
one to
talking
say Prince Daniel season. Cause we all
Prince
know
Daniel.
he is tripping over here.
Prince Daniel, what you talking about?
Yeah. Welcome being positive.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
Prince Daniel, what
No.
you talking about?
Hello, mama. Hey. Yeah, he was over there trying hard. And none of that was in the question. So you know that was none but
man.
lying. None of that was in the conversation or question.
Okay.
What?
All right. Okay. So we're going to leave that alone.
Yes. You have another question?
All right. So this next question right here, it's probably either one that we close it out. But husband and wife. And they've been married 13 years. They've been married for 13 years. Husband and wife, they've been married for 13 years. So in this specific situation, truth, honesty is critical in a relationship. She found out that he had lied 13 years ago. And the truth kind of unraveled itself. He was asked to recite the situation. And then, the 1 + 1 = 2. Apparently, it just wasn't adding up. How would you feel in that situation?
Precious Pieces, stop it. She's not gonna believe your favorite nephew is acting up.
And
yes,
Precious
he is
Pieces, I'm
not
gonna
my
have
favorite
to
nephew.
agree with you when you saying that.
He's not my favorite nephew, Nicole, and he is acting up. You know he acting up.
We see in person, Nicole. You know what's going on here. It's nothing but genuine, understanding here that I'm not acting up.
Lies.
And I feel like that is the truth.
Lies.
Me possibly acting up.
Yeah.
Me.
Yes.
Little old me. Like I'm just not seeing that. But at least I have somebody who's very understanding of the situation.
Yeah.
Precious Pieces. She's very precious to me, and she's also understanding of me as well. That I'm not acting.
I don't know why y'all baby.
But anyway,
his head can't get no bigger than what it is. So why y'all keep trying to see how big his head can get? On the next time, one more bump in his head, and his head gonna explode. His head is gonna.
Yeah, she don't believe that I'm acting up. I feel like that belief is a strong belief. I believe that.
Nicole was in the car cracking up laughing, knowing dang well you acting up like this is so funny to me.
Virgo, welcome in. Anyway, with that being said, how would you feel about that though?
Not the sweet nephew I met.
Come on, let her know. You know what?
Nicole, I'm so disappointed.
You are speaking from the heart right now. You are being nothing but genuine and honest right
now.
She is
not being. She's cracking up. It took her a while just to talk that in, and she laughing so hard.
Listen.
She is cracking up. I'm not the sweet nephew. North Carolina.
Listen. You thinking about
look at that laugh right there. She knows.
She laughing because she know you acting up. So anyway, but how would you actually feel like that?
What do you like about?
13 years. My phone going off. 1 second. But I don't know what the lie is.
Well, then I can't answer the question.
It doesn't matter what the lie is.
It does.
Okay. So if he was lying about not brushing his tooth on Tuesday,
Mm,
then you're not gonna be mad.
I don't care.
But if he's lying
She's
about,
still laughing.
let's say he's lying about a
Nicole, no,
woman.
you just tripping, Nicole, huh?
Say he's lying about a woman, then it's a problem.
Well, I need to know what it is because you can have a whole bunch of scenarios. I don't get mad easily over stuff. Some stuff I just don't care about. That is true. I'm not holding on to something for 13 years and I'm unraveling. Now I got to be acting a fool now 13 years later. No.
Okay, so this lie was about one drunken night. Apparently,
He had sex with somebody else.
Apparently, he had
no,
not that severe. He had kissed somebody. 13 years ago, and he lied about the kiss. How would you feel about that?
He lied about the kiss.
He lied about the kiss.
I
asked
about
the kiss. You know, he went to the bar. He was at the bar with the buddies.
Yeah.
And you know, he went off, and everybody, oh, where you went? He was with some other girl, and he had kissed her that night, and she had asked, and he said no. And 13 years later,
she asked again because she ain't done.
And he came clean. So how would you feel about that? That 13-year gap in truth.
Why you keep putting it on me? You
we getting back into it. I'm getting back into it.
But you don't ever stay in.
So there you go. I'm here. So how would you feel about that though?
I would be mad.
You'd be how mad? Because I mean, you know, it's kind of mad to the point where you're contemplating things. So how mad would you be in this situation?
I'll be mad too, where it's gonna be a big conversation. It's not gonna be a simple, easy conversation. Mm-hmm. And I'm mad that you lied about it. I'm mad that 13 years later, you done held this lie for 13 years. So that means I can't even trust you or anything because you lied for 13 years, and now you want to say it as if I'm not supposed to be mad about it.
Yeah.
And so that's gonna now it's like you play me like I'm a dummy, and like you manipulating the situation.
Now you getting everything, and you feeling all these different
emotions is coming up.
Yeah.
And now I'm pissed. So yeah, I'm be highly upset. And highly, like it's gonna be highly upset. And I don't know what the consequences would be, but it would be
consequences.
Oh no, it's gonna have some consequences.
Oh, he's getting a whooping.
Oh,
all
yeah.
right, so
not a whooping, he getting a beat down.
Oh snap! Okay, let's get into it with the extension cord too.
Yes,
oh
extension cord.
Gracious. Been through. Welcome in, Miss Lovely. How you doing?
Yes, from
Ronnie
the boss,
Craig.
Ronnie.
Miss Happy. So
thank you. Welcome in. Yes.
Yeah, that's just
he got to go.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, you know I feel like that's understandable. 13 years of a lot, especially like that. I mean, you may think, oh, it's just a kiss that doesn't really mean nothing. 13 years later, we have a ring, we have all this, you know, it doesn't, but it's really just the fact that it's the trust, you know, if it's the trust and
you lie.
I'll be mad at a couple months, but I would be heated at 13 years.
We would have some problems.
You go
like
from a flamethrower to a pool of lava at that point. I'm a volcano ready to erupt. Like
it would be on and popping. Like it would be like I'm trying to say. I want to be like no, it shouldn't be that big. But my thing is, you lied for 13 years, and for me to bring it up again, that means I have constantly brought it up. This is not my first time bringing it up in 13 years. So you said that lie and forgot totally about it. We've had this conversation several times. And you've been lying about it the whole time. I do not trust you. I don't even know who you are.
Oh,
you're not even the man I married. I don't know who you are. Like, who are you? Who? Like, you're like a stranger to me. And I would let you know that.
After 13 years, a 13-year kiss is a stranger.
You're a stranger because you lied that long. So my thing is, what other lies have you lied about?
Yeah, that's what you're thinking about.
Like you have lied probably continuously, and my dumb butt is believing it the whole time. And no, I don't know who you are. You're a stranger to me.
And so, would this stranger be able to get to know you again, or would you be, you know, that mad to throw in the towel over a 13-year-old kiss? So I think that's really what the question really is. Is all right, 13-year-old kiss, but what do you do now? You know, can you live with a 13-year-old kiss? You on a personal level, not this person. I mean, that's for them to decide. But would you be able to live with the 13-year-old kiss
I can live with you. I don't know if you're gonna get any anymore. I don't know where our
for
relationship
the rest of the
is.
life?
It depends on if I got to know
For the
you.
rest of the life.
I can't say that.
Okay.
You can say that if you want, but I can't say that.
Yeah.
I can't say for the rest of the life. But right now, you're not getting any. You're not. We're not touching and cuddling. We're not in it because I don't know who you are. It's like me meeting a dude off the street and just pouncing on him. No, I'm not doing that. You're not getting what you've been had because you had, 13 years of continuous lies. You liar.
Oh, snap. And now you get into it. But I definitely understand what you're saying, though, because it's like the whole thing that you had imagined, the way life is a facade. And this crazy thing is, it's just a kiss, but it's not just a kiss at the same time. It's the fact that the truth has been withheld. Most likely we talked about it.
Hey
So,
guys. Yeah, I would not believe it. I would not believe it. I'm probably very hard. Yeah. Hey Lily. How you doing? I'm doing good. My kids, okay? Yeah. Okay, sorry. But yeah, I just wouldn't. Like I said, now I just look at you as a compulsive liar. You're just a liar.
That's how you feel about that.
Yeah. That's what you are. It should. He just up here. Yeah. I'm glad. I hope he cleaned all that crap out. But yeah, he's a liar, a compulsive liar, and that's all I can say.
Stephanie Duggins, welcome in.
So yeah, so that's what that is. So now that we got that through, I go, how you doing? Hi, Stephanie. But yeah, so I don't think I could. What about you?
I don't know. I think that's something that you really, it has to be rebuilt. That's it. It has to structurally just has to be rebuilt because things have to be reestablished.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say, in terms I would be close-minded of it, but it's be something I have to work out of the back of my mind.
The hot topic is your boyfriend or your husband got drunk one night and kissed a girl, but lied to you about it and said he didn't kiss the girl, and then 13 years later came out and said, oops, I did kiss the girl. And how do you feel about it now that you found out that he kissed the girl and that he lied to you for 13 years?
Absolutely.
13 long years.
We got to welcome somebody in.
Oh, sorry.
We got Edna's World.
Hey,
how you doing, Edna? Welcome in. How you doing?
And so he's a liar, and that's where I'm at. Because I don't really believe in divorce, so right now I can't say nothing because it's 13-year-old cheat. Mm-hmm. But then I just don't trust him anymore. And how do I know he ain't cheated some other time? Like, I really don't know.
Yeah. That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I said, that'd be something I have to really push at the back of my mind, but I would be optimistic about it. Yeah. I'll be optimistic about it. But
exactly.
It'd be something that's in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Okay, so we're getting ready to go. So remember to love and live
each day
as if it were your last.
Thank y'all for watching.
Smooches.
Y'all take care.
Yo. L&L. L&L. Woo. 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 Never live so. It's hot. Taste it hot. I'm ready. Never live. Let's go. Never live show. Motivation speakers. Positive affirmation. Tune in every week. We need a Monday family meeting. Always cheating. Relationship advice on Wednesday so you don't go creeping. Thursday game time. Come in and unwind. Friday night shout out time. Creators grind and shine. Pop up at the pop up. Shop up at the shop up. Get your bomb.com seasons for your poplar. Tropical morning for your royalty. Love and live empire bringing all the heat. You want wanna taste that heat. Try to taste the heat. Hot sauce, that sweet heat is banging like this beat. Chocolate burning, love, mild watermelon. Heat. Dynamite to truth. Have you
Favorite nephew, Lenora. She know it's the truth.
Chris? Everybody love Chris. Love it, listen.
It's the love and live show. It's the love and live show.
Love and live.
It's the love and live
We like to have that fun.
Get up, please stay. Love and live. Get up, please stay. Love and live.
Love and live. Each day as if it was your last.
Love and show.
Moochie.
Love and show.
Yep.
This is Love and Live shots.